welcome to your weekly all signs reading. I'm going to be covering all signs from Aries to Pisces. I'll be looking at different messages, general, love, career, finances, any other messages that come out. So check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus to get the full picture of your week ahead. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Hello Aries, let's go ahead and jump right in, shuffle your cards, and see what messages come out for you for this week. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And that's it. That's the only deck I'm using. It's probably my new favorite, actually. Spirit, what's happening for Aries this week? What are some weekly messages for Aries? Okay, so Five of Pentacles. Some of you could be feeling like, actually zoom in on this. Some of you could be in a lack mentality, feeling like your finances aren't where you want them to be. You could be focusing on the fact that you don't have enough money for something. There could be fear surrounding money in general. Spirit wants you to refocus your thoughts, turn them around, try to affirm the opposite. Let's say you're sitting there saying, oh God, I'm so broke, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill or these bills. Flip it around and say, I'm so glad that I have so much money to cover my bills. I always have so much money to cover my bills. I'm so rich. You know, just the exact opposite, which sounds crazy at first, but eventually your reality is going to shift and change to accommodate you and what it is you're trying to manifest. So, I'm seeing that there are some negative thoughts around finances, career. This could also just be a feeling of being left out. High Priestess. You could be focused on trying to figure out what's going on. For some reason, with a lot of you, I'm picking up some sort of like group. Like there's a group, maybe a family, who is purposely leaving some of you out of a situation. It's a weird message to get. And the High Priestess here, it's like going within, trying to figure out why this is happening, why they're treating you this way. Trusting your intuition about a situation. So if Spirit's telling you, don't do this, don't go hang out with this person, don't listen to what they're saying, listen to that intuitive guidance. We've got the World, Capricorn energy, and this is Cancer, Pisces energy. So I do see some sort of ending of a cycle, or you've got completion of a project. Something is ending this week. But this is going to be successful. This is something where you are going to have some sort of celebration over an accomplishment. And I see you being very proud of yourself. Interestingly, this can talk about like spiritual enlightenment. We've got the High Priestess out here. So maybe there's something related to really switching your mentality around and learning that, yeah, we've got Five of Cups coming out next. Which again, negative mindset. There's something here about focusing on the negative with these two cards. The number 5 is a number of, I'd call it like a pivot number. Like you can turn things around. There's still time left to change things. So even though like in the 5 of Cups, this guy is focusing on the 3 cups down here that have broken. Look at these 2 cups that are behind him. 2 different opportunities. Could also be a love partnership as well because of the 2 of Cups. But mostly what this means is that you need to look for hidden blessings. Be more optimistic. Be more positive even though things might seem, I don't know, pretty rough at the moment. Oh my God, as I say that, I pulled the 2 of Cups. Maybe you're having a rough time in a relationship. There's something here about needing to forgive someone, having a chat, talking things through. You may have thought things were going to move in a certain direction and they're not moving in that direction. And that might be throwing you off, whether this is a relationship or something with your finances. However, I do see them turning around this week with the World here. And again, it's about trusting your intuition. If you've had an argument or a fight with someone you're in a partnership with, I do see you guys working things out. Because both of these can talk about forgiveness. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. So, again, being in your feels, trusting your intuition. Because She's deeply intuitive. Don't forget to take care of yourself, Aries. Focus on self-love as well. If you've been giving, and someone's been taking. Queen of Cups talks about making sure that you actually focus on you for once. And this can talk about having a deep love for family and friends. And I was mentioning something about family or friends group. Maybe you've been feeling like you've been left out of that. But trust your intuition, follow your heart, try to work things out with this person if you can, or with these people. Take whatever resonates. But I do see that you've got a lot of good success and happiness that are on the road ahead for you. I feel like things are going to start working out perfectly for you in the near future, Aries. It may not feel that way now if you're in this Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups energy, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of shift, whether that's mental or emotional or a combination of both. You're going to start seeing that shift in your 3D reality as long as you start shifting your mind around. Some of you could also be traveling this week since we do have the World here, and some of you could be in a long distance connection because we have the World and the Two of Cups. Spirit saying don't let your ego get in the way of whatever is going on. Just be more logical and be honest with yourself and with anyone else that you need to, I'm hearing, hash things out with. So if it's a partner, if it's friends, if it's family, there's something here about making sure that you get things off your chest, get things out of your mind. If something's been bothering you about a person or certain people, now may be the time to either cut ties with them and move forward, or work things out with them. Also, I'm getting a message of you're not actually as trapped as you think you are, and that things are going to start moving forward for you. That may have been taking a while for things to shift around. Again, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups energy. But even though things seem like they're not moving at all in your reality, I feel like there's things that are shifting behind the scenes that you can't see right now. And then all of a sudden, everything's going to speed up. So those are the messages I have for you for this week, Aries. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Taurus. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. Get these cards shuffled, and we'll find out what messages come out for you for this week. What do you need to hear right now? Okay. Spirit, what messages does Taurus need to hear right now? And that is your energy. King of Pentacles. Okay, so you are in your energy, you're in your element, is what I'm hearing. Focusing on your career, your finances, your stability. We've also got Page of Cups. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You could be, for some of you, you could have someone new coming in. Pages are messengers. This could be a lot of flirting, a lot of like lovey-dovey text messages, or phone calls. It's like a new romantic encounter, essentially. So this can also talk about some sort of like a social event you could get invited to. This could be for someone who's well off. This is an interesting message. This could be like a boss figure, or I don't know why I'm getting like a couple different scenarios. Let's say a friend of yours has an office party and they don't want to go alone, because this has to do with career and finances, right? And they don't want to go alone, so they invite you, like, will you please come to my office party with me? I don't want to be there by myself. Everybody else is going to be coupled up and I need someone to go with me. I don't know. That's just a message I'm getting. For others of you, this could just be a party for like somebody who's well off, or like some sort of event for someone who's well off, or an event for I'm getting like a fundraiser event, or I don't know. There's something here about money, finances, raising money. That's not going to be for everybody, obviously. But there is something here about that. If you're not speaking to another Taurus or a water sign, you could be attending some sort of social gathering. We've got the Six of Wands next. So that's victory, success, public recognition for something. It could also be that you are getting recognition in your work here. Maybe you're getting a lot of sentimental messages, okay, over whatever it is you're doing. Let's say you post something and Let me give you an example. Let's say you post a cute video, like a reel on Instagram or a video on TikTok, and it's about your cat or your dog or whatever pet you have. And all of a sudden it goes viral. Everybody loves it and everyone wants to send you these really sweet, emotional messages about how adorable your pets are. I don't know. Again, I get weird messages sometimes, but that's for somebody who's watching. There's something here about you receiving recognition. Now, another aspect of this is if there is an event that's happening, it could be that you're getting recognized at this event. If it is like some sort of office gathering, this can talk about like an award. This also has to do with promotions, scholarships. Some of you could be approved for a scholarship, but if it's a promotion, you could be sitting in that King of Pentacles energy. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got Five of Pentacles. This actually came out for Aries. Some of you may have Aries in your chart, or strongly in your chart, I should say. This can talk about having a negative thoughts surrounding money. So let's say, for instance, you do have a promotion coming up, or you're applying for a promotion. It could be that in the beginning, you had a bit of an imposter syndrome. You're doubting yourself. You're saying, I don't know if I can get that promotion. Am I really qualified for that? It's like a lack mentality. Are you worthy of receiving this King of Pentacles position? That's what the Five of Pentacles talks about. It's about realizing that you are worthy of better things, but making sure you're not staying stuck mentally in this way of thinking, this negative way of thinking regarding any fears surrounding money or your career or your stability in the direction you're going in. So there's something here about making sure that you don't have imposter syndrome. If you are applying for a position this week, Spirit's saying you need to go for it, okay? And then we're Six of Pentacles. It's all about money for you, Taurus. Of course it is. You're a Taurus. You rule the second house of finances. Six of Pentacles is all about whatever you put out is what you're going to get back in return. So if you are putting out, again, I talked about some sort of like fundraising event. This talks about being charitable. That's interesting. Maybe you're raising money for some sort of charity and you're getting recognized for all the hard work that you've done. This can also talk about like a windfall of money that's coming in for you. Again, if you applied for a promotion, they may give you a bonus. Let's just use that as an example. For others of you, this could be like an inheritance coming in. It could be that you're owed back pay on something. Like they screwed up your total on a car payment or on your rent or on your check that you get from your job and you're ordered back pay and you're going to get a little bonus from that. But basically this is you focusing on your career, focusing on your finances, wanting better for yourself, and Spirit saying you need to go for it because what you put out there is what you're going to get back in return. This could also be the week that you clear out some debt. Maybe a lot of you have been focused on clearing out some debt, but yeah, I'm seeing that. Oh, we got two extra ones. Okay. Oh my gosh. We've got Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and then Nine of Swords. I didn't mean to pull two, but apparently they needed to come out. What did I say? Some of you are really up in your head with this Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. This is like unnecessary worry that's happening, okay? Again, if it's imposter syndrome, this is you. This is you second guessing whether you're good enough for that job promotion, whether you're good enough to apply to a new job at all, because the Queen of Pentacles, just like the King of Pentacles, very practical, very stable and reliable. She's also very generous, just like the Six of Pentacles. So again, right back to that charity, being charitable, helping others out. It's like you want to take a sensible approach on something, but you're afraid to do it. And this is going to be different for everyone, but this is an unfounded fear with this Nine of Swords. This is something that's causing you anxiety, stressing you out, lots of worry, lots of sleepless nights, and Spirit's saying you need to refocus your thoughts, realign yourself, because victory is yours should you choose to go down that path. Don't let worry grow out of proportion this week, Taurus, okay? Stay stable, stay grounded mentally, because there's something here where you need to be expecting the best rather than expecting the worst in a situation, okay? So I do see things working out for you. I feel like you're headed in a new direction. Some of you could be getting clarity on what you're meant to do in life, Just a little side note. Trust your intuition on this. Keep working hard. And I feel like things are going to be working out in your favor very soon, Taurus. So I feel like this is going to be the turning point this week for your career and your finances, or some sort of success that's happening in your life. But it's not going to happen if you keep staying in this worried mindset. Another side message I'm getting with this is that something with the 6 of Wands and the 9 of Swords is making me think that if you're suddenly thrust into the spotlight and you don't know how to handle that, this could cause you a lot of stress. Spirit saying don't stress about it. Don't worry. Unfounded fear. Again, it's all about you keeping yourself grounded, changing your thoughts around, and refocusing on what matters. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week, Taurus. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, Gemini. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. I'm going to shuffle this deck really quick. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck today. That's the only deck I'm using. So, let's see what messages come out for you for this week and what you need to hear. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know for this week? What messages do you have for Gemini for this week? Oh, they are coming out. Do not do this for the other zodiac signs. Okay. We've got the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. I'm going to start with these. So I'm getting a message about you need to stand your ground about something. You can see she's got her shield up. She's being taunted. She's got all these wands being thrown at her. She is ready to fight. And with the 8 of Pentacles coming out right next to it, it makes me think that there's something work related or something related to your career where you may have to defend yourself. So this is all about protecting whatever it is that you've built. This could be some sort of creative endeavor or anything where there's some sort of stability, finances, career involved. 9 of Wands is all about, it's like a frustration type of energy. It's like, I'm almost at the finish line, but I'm not quite there yet. But there could be other things going on behind the scenes that are frustrating you in life right now that has nothing to do with your career and finances. So this could be you feeling like you need to give up, but Spirit is saying don't. It's not time yet. You're almost, like I said, you're almost at the finish line. You're almost there. And with the Ace of Swords here next to these two cards, it's telling me that there's going to be some sort of breakthrough. You're going to get clarity in a situation. Somebody might learn a truth about a situation as well, but you need to make sure you communicate clearly. And no matter what happens, remain objective. Don't let your feelings get in the way. You're going to be overcoming any sort of obstacles, and everything's going to work out. It's going to be fine. It's interesting because we've got the 8 of Pentacles. I'm thinking like everything's going to work out. You've got some sort of new beginning that's coming in for you. But I see you taking the next steps. 2 of Wands. You're making a choice. You're choosing a new path, going in a new direction. You're expanding your vision or your plans, especially related to your career. But overall, you're continuing to move forward, which is what Spirit wanted you to know with that 9 of Wands. It's like, don't give up on this, whatever this is. You may feel like you're not getting recognized the way you want to be recognized, or something's just not taking off. It's not getting off the ground. And there's a need for you just to keep looking forward. Notice how both of these guys are looking forward in the same direction. Just keep going in the same direction. Keep moving forward. We've got 6 of Cups. Yeah, it's talking about like, don't look back. There may be a time in your life where you had things easier. Things just seemed so much better at one point. You're very nostalgic about that time in your life. And now it just seems like things are a lot more difficult. Some of you could actually be revisiting some sort of old creative endeavor or old plans, old dreams or wishes that you had, goals related to your career, your finances. Maybe it's just a new hobby, like something you always wanted to do. I'm picking that up as well. Some of you could also have an ex trying to come back. Not everybody wants to hear that, I know. But somebody from the past could be trying to return, and I feel like you're going to set them straight with the Ace of Swords, because that's all about communicating clearly, being truthful, being blunt and honest, especially if you have someone else. Like, no thank you, I'm good. I have someone else now. If you're stuck in this tough cycle right now, it feels like you're romanticizing the past, like being nostalgic and thinking about how things used to be. And maybe times were easier back then. And again, it's like, just keep moving forward. It may suck right now, but it's going to work out, I promise. We've got the 8 of Wands, okay? So this talks about fast forward movement. There's so much that's going to be going on this week for you, Gemini. It may stress you out. So Spirit wants you to be able to multitask. There's some sort of celebration here, because you see the fireworks on the card. There's something here that you will end up celebrating this week. Even if it's a small win, small wins are still wins, right? There's something here about business travel as well, because that's what the 8 of Wands represents. But you have a lot going on this week. There may be a lot of unexpected messages you receive, or there may be some unexpected events, but overall it's a bunch of rapid, fast-moving changes. Then we've got the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like by the end of the week you're going to be winding down. This can also talk about having patience. So if you're stressed out from this energy, make sure that you're taking time to like refocus your thoughts, be zen. Don't stress out about every little thing, especially if you can't control those things. But I also feel like with the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles here, this is talking about if you've planted seeds for something, if you've invested in something in the past, 6 of Cups, it's coming back around. 7 of Pentacles is like reaping the rewards for all your hard work, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Again, more planning for your future, but I do see you worrying about whatever this is. Be careful this week too about making some sort of unwise choice. We do have the 5 of Swords and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, and that is your energy, Gemini, the Lovers. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, it's got these 2 cards, so there's something here about avoid people who have any questionable motives. So it's making me think of this 6 of Cups energy. Beware of somebody who's coming back from the past who may have sketchy intentions, alright? That's not going to be for everybody, but Spirit, for somebody out there, Spirit is saying make sure you avoid people this week who don't have your best interest in mind, okay? People who lack integrity. There could be an unwise choice about that situation. And for a lot of you, Lovers doesn't have to talk about just a romantic partnership. This could be a deep friendship, like some sort of friend, like best friend that you've had for a while. Maybe they want you to invest in something that you don't want to invest in. You don't feel right about it. Maybe they're coming around, they're playing some sort of weird game with you, especially a mental game, and you're catching them and saying, no, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing along with your games. So I think there's going to be a lot of self-control, patience, and balance that are going to be required this week for you, Gemini. So those are the messages I have for you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Cancer. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages Spirit has for you for this week. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck today, and that's the only deck I'm using. No oracle cards, nothing. So, let's go ahead and see what messages come out. Spirit, what messages do you have for Cancer this week? What does Cancer need to know? Interesting. So, yikes, what is going on with you, Cancer? What on earth? We've got 7 of Swords. But we've also got the 8 of Cups. And then we've got the 10 of Swords. Let me just note these visuals. 2 people walking out of a door, walking away from something, leaving something behind. Are you breaking up with someone and leaving them behind? Are you ending things in a certain situation? It doesn't have to be a person, because this can talk about ending a situation that resulted in a lot of betrayal, sadness, feeling like that there was a heavy weight on your shoulders, like you were burdened down by this. Even though I know we don't have the 10 of Wands here, but this is what it feels like. This is some sort of big life change. It's like you're changing your priorities around. 7 of Swords and 10 of Swords can talk about someone actually betraying you. Because 10 of Swords can be stabbed in the back. 7 of Swords can talk about lying, cheating, stealing. Someone doing something that's incredibly sketchy when you're not looking. So it could be for a lot of you, you've got someone who has cheated on you or is cheating on you and you find out this week. You pack your bags. See, they got the suitcases packed. And you don't look back. Neither of them are looking back. The dog is looking back. Some of you may have a dog. The dog is looking back, but you're not. I feel like this is going to be really good for you too, even though it may hurt at the time. Because there's something about as soon as you close that door and you start this new beginning, something's going to bloom for you. And this whole situation could have kept you from having this new opportunity. So there's a need for you to be honest with yourself this week, Cancer, about a certain situation. You could also have a secret that's coming out, or someone you know is having a secret that's being exposed. I'm picking that up. But there's something about you needing to move on from a situation. We've got 4 of Pentacles. You could be, I'm hearing strapped for cash right now, but maybe things are tough in the financial department. I mean, in this economy, it's unsurprising, right? I feel like after this happens, like I said, there's something blooming, blossoming, some sort of new beginning that's going to be happening in your life. But with the 4 of Pentacles here, this is talking about like making smart business decisions. You're in control, but you need to manage your resources wisely, okay? This includes not blowing your money on stupid shit. 4 of Pentacles talks about managing your money, your finances, wisely. Don't go out and buy things just because you have money sitting in your bank account. Make sure that you're making smart choices. Then we've got the Star, Aquarius energy. This is what I'm talking about. That's, I don't know what it is I'm feeling. It's like something, some sort of new beginning, something about recognition, some sort of wish fulfillment that's happening. But it's not happening. Look at this. I just realized. We've got the blossoms here, and then all the blossoms here. Something, I'm telling you, something's blooming. I don't know what it is. But this is about having faith in your future. Leaving all this crap behind and going towards your dreams. Like, dreams can still come true. Just because all of this was weighing you down doesn't mean that you can't achieve whatever it is you're wanting to achieve. So I do see more positive changes happening in your life. And those positive changes, it's going to be an end to challenging times for you. So, let me get one more card for you, Cancer. Let's see what comes out. Oh my god. We got the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. This may be some major opportunity that's coming in where you make so much money that you're going to be able to build a legacy with this. You can take care of your family. You can take care of your kids, your grandkids. It's all about like generational wealth, leaving a legacy. Lots of financial security. Some of you could be receiving an inheritance. Maybe you didn't see that coming. But overall, there's some sort of like peace and contentment with the Star and the 10 of Pentacles here that you didn't have with these other cards. It's like you weren't in the right headspace. You weren't in the right heart space. Because this is Swords and Cups. So mental and emotional energy. I feel like a lot of you felt trapped in your mind during whatever this situation was. But it was like an illusion of actually being trapped. Maybe you were living with a partner who was controlling. Maybe you were living with a family member who's controlling. Maybe there's something else, like you were stuck in a job or a career field where you're just like, I'm not good at this. This isn't what I actually want to do. But I have to pay the bills. And I have to be responsible about this, like penny pinching, you know, with the 4 of Pentacles. But there's something here about you could still go for the other career that you want to do, you know? Nothing's really stopping you but you. That's not going to be for everybody, but there's something here about you just being trapped in this mental headspace for so long. For others of you, I'm getting a message with that 7 of Swords that maybe you're working on something that's going to propel you forward and you're having to leave behind like people or situations or a location in your life that no longer serves you, and you're having to be strategic about it, because the Seven of Swords can talk about needing to keep something quiet, being secretive, but also being strategic, because that person is gathering those swords when nobody's looking. So I feel like there's an illusion of being trapped in a situation, and it's just really a lack of self-confidence, low self-esteem, something that's making you feel helpless because you're afraid to take action. So there's a message for you this week, Cancer, about you need to step up and take responsibility for your life and your actions, whatever that looks like for you, because it could lead you to this Star and Ten of Pentacles energy. But if you just sit back and you're not making any moves, you're not taking any action towards your goals, wishes, or dreams, then you're just going to be penny pinching in the Four of Pentacles and maybe stuck in I don't know, maybe an Eight of Swords energy, even though that's not here. Something about being stuck at a location or with a person, and it's time for you to move forward. It's time to let it go and move on. I feel like whatever the situation is, it's been stressing you out to the max. A lot of you have been working so hard towards something as well in your life, and you just feel like you're not making the progress you want to make. But there's something about you need to keep going, because you're very close to a breakthrough. When we've got this 10 here, that talks that we got two 10s, which talk about endings. So it's like you're ready for that new beginning. You're very close to that, but you're gonna have to. It's almost like you have to just go within and believe in yourself. That star talks about having faith in the unknown or the unseen. But I feel like a lot of you aren't in that mindset where you actually have faith in yourself. You think something is out of reach or hard to get for someone like yourself. And I think Spirit is letting you know that you need to challenge your mental thoughts about this situation. And once you do, once you leave behind whatever this is, it could just be an old way of thinking. You can get into the Star energy, and then you can get into that Ten of Pentacles energy. So, Cancer, those are the messages I have for you for this week. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Leo. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading and see what messages come out for you for this week. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck, and that's it. No oracle cards, nothing else. Straight to the point. Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo this week? What does Leo need to know this week? Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, right off the bat, we've got Six of Wands. So some of you could be receiving some sort of award, scholarship, recognition. You could be in the public eye. Something could go viral. Yeah, it's just a lot of success. Then we've got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Some of you could actually have like a tarot, spirituality, astrology YouTube channel or Instagram or TikTok, and you post something that's going to go viral because Hierophant's talking about, it's like my God card, divine, source, universe. And it talks about a spiritually minded community. So this could be something that you've been wanting to set up for a while. Also got the Four of Pentacles. So I see you managing your resources wisely, hanging on to your money where it counts. Not wasting your money. If you have money, like extra money, in addition to paying like your bills, you have extra money just sitting there in an account. This is you going, no, I don't really need anything right now. I'm good. Like you're not going to make any sort of immature spending. Some of you could have a love connection coming in. Two of Cups. If you already have a love connection, this could be you strengthening that bond with the person you're in a connection with. For some of you, you could be looking into buying a home with this person. For others of you, though, I see with the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups that this is something you've been waiting on for a while. With the Hierophant energy, this is like a long-term commitment. So definitely a lot of you are going to be getting into a relationship this next week. I feel like this is coming in after a time where you could have been single for a while. Yep, Ace of Cups. Definitely some sort of offer here. And if a lot of you are saying, I'm not in a connection, I'm not looking for love, this can be a business partnership. With the Hierophant, you could be signing a business contract because it's a long-term deal, right? And then you have this new emotional beginning, this fresh start here. And I just said some of you could be looking into buying a home, because that's what I was seeing on this card. And then at the bottom of this, look what the last thing says, a new home. So that's definitely in the cards for a lot of you. That may be why you're budgeting with your money as well. So it could be that you've been hanging on to every penny. I'm hearing penny pinching because you wanted to save up for a down payment on a house. Let's get one more card. And the Chariot. So we've got Cancer energy. Some of you could also be purchasing a new vehicle, but this is also about travel. It's about grabbing life by the reins, showing it who's boss, moving forward. This also talks about public recognition. That 6 of Wands, so something you guys are doing is definitely going viral. You could have manifested this, by the way. I don't know if you kept this manifestation to yourself, but it's a message that's coming through. It could also be that you're being more strategic about who you tell your business to. Like, maybe you've realized that some friends aren't really, they don't have your best interest in mind. They're not really friends. Like, they're more like acquaintances. And it's not that they tear you down in any way, but it may feel like they're not 100% on board with your successes in life because they may not be receiving the same successes. So if you're trying to celebrate something like a 6 of Wands or a Chariot type of victory where your hard work is paying off and you're being rewarded for that, it's like this energy of they're not quite frenemies, but they don't feel like they're 100% in your corner. They're not cheering you on from the sidelines, which is probably what you would love to have, Leo, I'm sure. I'm sure most people would. But I know you love that recognition, and it just feels like there's something here about you've learned a lesson about keeping your mouth shut when it comes to what you're trying to manifest or what you're trying to achieve in life, because not everybody has your best interest in mind. So you're just keeping it to yourself for now, for most of you. Some of you may have a breakthrough this week as well. That is another message I'm getting. Or you could be receiving some sort of clarity on a situation. I feel like a lot of you are really determined to finish something this week. Or you're starting something new with that Ace of Cups, and with the Chariot, it's like, now is the time to do it. Now I'm going to finish it. Now I'm going to really take charge on this and see it through to the end. And this could be something long term. But for the rest of you, I just see you really focusing on your work, focusing on your career and finances. I still feel like a lot of you are saving up to either buy a house or a car. I don't know, that's coming through very strongly. And for the rest of you, I feel like you're spending more time to yourself, focusing on self-care, self-love, maybe working out, meditating. There's some message here about taking time to focus on your mind and your emotional well-being. Some of you could be having saturation sessions if you're in a manifestation, where you basically sit down and you just kind of saturate your mind by focusing on what it is you want, not what you don't want. Whatever you put your focus and attention on is what you're going to attract. So there's a message coming through that some of you are really focusing on manifesting something new that you're going to love. But I'm also seeing someone just like chilling out by themselves in a room, like taking time to themselves, like early in the morning or late at night before bed, maybe taking like 30 minutes to focus on manifesting, visualizing, affirmation, scripting, just focusing on whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your life. And you may see some changes this next week where those manifestations really start to take shape. But there's something major this next week, Leo, about you having success in some sort of creative endeavor or some sort of business, maybe at work, but also with a relationship here too. So, seems like a good week for you, Leo. So hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Virgo. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. Get these cards shuffled. I'm pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck today. And that is the only deck I'm using. No oracle cards. Just straight to the point, weekly messages. Spirit, tell me, what does Virgo need to hear right now? What's going to happen for them this week? What's going to happen for Virgo? What's their weekly messages? Your energy is already on the board. That's nice. Okay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. That's your energy. So, we've also got the King of Wands, Leo energy. Some of you could be like Virgo, Leo cuspers. We've also got the World, which is Capricorn energy. There's something here about you working on something for a while, and that might be completed this week. For others of you, you're actually starting something new and you're just laying the groundwork for it. Like you're starting to outline this project or come up with the plans, or like it's like a brainstorming session is what I'm picking up with that Knight of Pentacles. Whatever this is, you're really dedicated to the idea of it and wanting to see it through to the end. This is you planning carefully before you take action on something, okay? Which is definitely a Virgo thing to do. Some of you are waiting for the perfect timing on a situation. You're hoping to bump into someone, I'm also hearing. It's not for everybody. For others of you, I feel like you need to know that there is a guardian angel who watches out for you wherever you go in the world. For some of you, this is a deceased loved one who is crossed over in spirit. For others of you, it is like a guardian angel. So if you're questioning whether someone who you were close to in your family or with your friends, maybe even a deceased ex-partner, if they watch out for you or keep tabs on you from the other side, the answer is yes. I see a lot of you taking a leadership role this next week. You're stepping into the spotlight somehow with that Leo energy. This could be public speaking. This could be in entertainment. There's something here about it's going to be really fun. Some of you might hesitate on this. For a lot of you, it feels like you might be a little scared to do this because it might be outside of your comfort zone. But with that Knight of Pentacles and King of Wands energy together, this would be like if you had a speech to make, this would be you writing that speech. Figuring out what you want to say, outlining, then writing the speech. For others of you, if you want to start a business with that leadership energy, this is you coming up with the business plan. This is all about you keeping your eyes on the prize. It's like having a vision, seeing the bigger picture, and not giving up on whatever this is. So if the wheels are already in motion, if you're already working on this, I do see a completion, like I said, this week. If not, you're going to be really successful with something. Like I said, if it's like a public speaking position, if you've been asked to speak at an event, or if you are doing something in the entertainment industry where you're going to be in front of a camera, where you're in the spotlight, it's going to be a success with the world here. The world talks about an achievement or accomplishment, and you're really happy about it. You're really excited. So I do see that. Let's see, what else? We've got the Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. So I'm seeing you being very focused with this. And the Knight of Pentacles, this is, you and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, which is all in your mind. It rules the mind, rules your thoughts. So I see you being very focused, very driven to complete whatever this is. This might give you, like, if you complete this one thing here, whatever this is, it's going to be different for everyone. This might put you, put you on top of the world. This might make you feel like you're on top of the world. It might give you this new level of confidence that you didn't realize you had before. And then I'm getting that excited energy with the Knight of Swords. It's like, okay, what else can I accomplish? What else can I do? I'm ready to charge forward and go after this. So this is all about things moving at a really fast pace. This can also be sudden or unexpected changes that are happening. We've got Six of Swords. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're moving on from something that was weighing you down. Look at that dark cloud in the back. This is my all-time favorite Six of Swords card because of that dark cloud in the back. You could have felt like a dark cloud was looming over you for a long time, like you just couldn't get away from it no matter how hard you tried. but you've gotten away. This will be the week where either you're starting to get away from it or you are 100% ending something and getting away. You're fleeing to calmer waters. So it's like the end of obstacles, the end of challenging times in this chapter, in this cycle of your life. Okay? So things are starting to finally look up for you, Virgo. I'm seeing someone like drop their shoulders and go, oh, finally. You're moving on to a more peaceful place. Also, if some of you have had health issues, I'm seeing the end of that. Some of you could also be seeing a therapist or a licensed medical provider about maybe being on some sort of medication for like anxiety or depression. I am picking that up. That's not, again, not for everyone. And I'm also seeing some sort of trip here because Six of Swords can talk about travel or relocation. The world can talk about traveling across the world. So some of you could have a trip abroad this next week, or you are planning a trip abroad for sometime soon. Some of you could be relocating for work though, because I'm also getting the Ace of Pentacles. So that could be a new job offer, a new opportunity, something that's stable. I feel like once this Six of Swords kicks in and you start heading in a new direction with this Ace of Pentacles, you're going to have a series of like good fortune, lots of abundance. There's something here about a new home or vehicle with the Ace of Pentacles, but it could also be a really great contract, a lucrative contract. It's going to put you in some sort of, it's like a better financial place because you've had a better financial opportunity. Some of you could also be receiving an inheritance, that's not for everyone, or money that you were owed. But otherwise I see this as like an exciting career opportunity, even if it's some sort of opportunity on the side. Like I said, there's something here about entertainment, being in the spotlight. Maybe you started a new business, you go viral, and you're getting paid for that little side business. Maybe you did a little acting gig, and you got paid for that. This start of something new, though, I'm picking up an energy where it could lead to long-term abundance, like Ten of Pentacles type of long-term abundance. And you could be relocating for work as well. It may not just be a relocation just because you feel like relocating because you're tired of the city you're living in. It could be an actual relocation with the Six of Swords and Ace of Pentacles for a job. Spirit wants you to make sure you're not focusing on the negative. I'm picking up that too. Just stay in this high vibe energy, whatever this is. Keep moving forward. Don't give up. Because if negative thoughts start clouding your mind, like this dark cloud here, I feel like you might kind of retreat in a way. You might start doubting yourself. You might get imposter syndrome. So Spirit's saying, don't let the negative thoughts cloud your judgment, okay? Look for hidden blessings and things. And I think when you start changing your mindset around, when you get away from this dark cloud, these challenging times, and you close out this cycle, you're going to have this wonderful new opportunity. I love that you have the world here as like the end, and then you have an Ace of Pentacles talking about a new beginning. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Libra. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages Spirit has for you for this week. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck, and that's it. That is the only deck I'm using. No oracle cards. Nothing. And let's see what we got here. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra for this week? What does Libra need to know? Okay, we'll start with these. I'll be pulling some more. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Cups. And then we've got the Four of Wands. So something you've been working on for a long time with this Knight of Pentacles energy is about to pay off. And it could definitely pay off this week. This has been a long time coming. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This knight, look, he's not even on his horse. He's taking his time, making plans, making sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, that kind of thing. He's the type of knight that he would wait for perfect timing before taking action on something. But I feel like for a lot of you, you've waited around for the results of whatever this is you've been working on. And with the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, this is paying off this week. Because Three of Cups is about celebration, having a good time, some sort of really joyous announcement. And then the Four of Wands here is about celebration. Again, stability. Some of you could be purchasing a home. There's a home in the background here. For others of you, I'm getting another message that you've been in a long-term partnership, a long-term connection, relationship, however you want to word that. Three of Cups can talk about a, like I said, a joyful announcement, a happy announcement that has to do with some sort of celebration. It's a celebratory energy that has to do with like engagements, graduations, weddings, pregnancy announcements. So with this coming out next to this, well, even with the Knight of Pentacles, this is giving me wedding, engagement, wedding energy. Because a Four of Wands can talk about, is one of the wedding cards, because it talks about long-term stability and celebration. So for a lot of you, you're getting engaged this week, you're getting married this week for some of you. But yeah, there's something here where you are enjoying some sort of good news. You're enjoying prosperity that's coming to you. I feel like this very peaceful energy, like you're just so happy that things are finally working out. So, let's see. Okay, and for some of you, we got Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. For some of you, this is related to a job or a career or your finances. And with the Three of Pentacles, that's definitely what it is. Because Four of Wands is talking about stability as well. So again, for a lot of you, this is something you've been working on for a long time or working towards. Let's say you're in a career field where you have to get certifications, or you've been trying to move up in the workplace for a while and you're finally going for a promotion. You want to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy. Not quite like King of Pentacles, you're not, or Emperor, you're not over the whole company, but there is something here where that could be something that you're doing this week, where you just go for it. Another message here is that whatever this like career field or job or business that you're dealing with is, it's something that you love to do with Three Pentacles. This is being known for a job well done, having a great reputation. It's like you're a leader in your field, especially with the Queen coming out right before it. You have some sort of like high quality business, or you put out high quality work, especially in creative endeavors, and you get paid well for what you do. And if you're not there yet, it feels like there's something coming up, an opportunity where you're going to get paid some sort of like bonus, or I don't know, there's something here about you just going after whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and you're going to be successful at it. It's going to provide you with a lot of stability. And I feel like it's going to enhance your life in some way. We've got the Knight of Cups. So there is still that emotional lovey-dovey energy here. That's Pisces energy. Again, with the celebration, there could be something here about an engagement, a wedding. You could be attending an engagement party, a wedding, or some sort of celebratory event this week. For a lot of you, you could be meeting some sort of romantic partner there, because Knight of Cups is all about being romantic and flirtatious. Someone who could come in suddenly into your life and sweep you off your feet. You didn't expect this. Maybe a lot of you have been focusing on your work and your finances and bringing stability into your life, and then finally you find someone. You could meet this person at like a wedding event, but there's something here about it happens suddenly. Even though we don't have the Tower out here, that's what it feels like to me. Also, with the Three of Cups and this Knight of Cups, this is making me think like you could also be out with friends, like going out for drinks, going out for dinner. Something about dancing as well, because they're dancing in the Three of Cups and they're dancing in the Four of Wands. This could be also outdoors. It could be near water. It doesn't have to be, but that's what it's giving me. There's something here about you meeting this person suddenly and unexpectedly. So I'm also picking up a message that some of you could be visiting like art museum this week, because the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups both talk about a love of like art, a love of poetry. Again, there's something here about the home. Maybe some of you are redesigning your home. You're thinking about redecorating. Maybe you're getting ready to decorate for the fall season. I know everybody is like ready for fall, ready to decorate. Everybody's over summer, I think, for the most part. But going back to what I said about the museum, I'm also seeing, you know, this person's carving a statue. So there's something here about maybe you're visiting a museum this week. Maybe some of you are having your art featured in a museum and you got the news this week and you're celebrating that. That's highly specific, I know. But I feel like this has been a long time coming. Again, this is something that you've been working towards and it's finally happening. I feel like if this isn't love coming in, for the Knight of Cups, this can be you just going after whatever it is that you love to do. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, it's like you're doing what you love in life, or you're about to. And maybe this will be the kickoff this week. This will be the start of something new for you. If you're not actively pursuing something right now, because with that Knight of Pentacles, it's something that's, you know, taking a while. You've been wavering about whether you should do it. Yeah, there's something here about you just finally going for it. So overall, this could just be you falling in love with your career, your job, your business, whatever it is you're doing. Some of you, you could be falling in love with yourself. And I know that sounds kind of corny to some, but there could have been a time where you didn't focus on self-love, but there's something here about filling your own cup and being happy about it. Like just being yourself, learning who you truly are at your core, being comfortable in your own skin is what I'm hearing. Spirit is telling you not to give up on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish and to be prepared for all these changes because they are on the way. Also, don't hesitate to protect your energy and what you've created, because there's a lot of creative energy with this spread. And if some of you are purchasing a new home, whether this is like a condo, flat, or it's a townhome, or it's a single family home, it doesn't matter. Whatever this home is, there's something here about making sure you protect that home. You can use like incense, you can use like Florida water. Yeah, just sage your area. Whatever that means for you. Most of the time people will use like some sort of incense or Palo Santo, Florida water, something like that. Spirit also wants you to have confidence in yourself and your abilities. You may be wavering because you have imposter syndrome, Libra. And I know you're a Libra, so you're notorious for like going back and forth in your mind because you're an air sign. Should I, shouldn't I? But this is something that you have had on your mind for a long time. And, you know, if it keeps coming to you, then it's for you. There's a reason why you keep thinking about this idea or this creative project, whatever it is. You need to have confidence and faith and believe in yourself is what Spirit wants you to know. But once this all starts shifting around, I see you planning for the long term. A lot of you have some abundance coming in, whether this is a job promotion or abundance from your creative projects, your business ideas. And if you've been trying to work towards something for a long time, I see like abundance coming in from past choices. It's almost like Seven of Pentacles, even though Seven of Pentacles isn't out here. It's like planting those seeds that you can harvest later on. So don't hesitate to take pride in the work you've done. Be sure to celebrate your wins, okay, Libra? And there could be a period where you're trying to decide what happens next, and Spirit wants you to be patient about that. Nine of Pentacles energy. Let all this come in, celebrate it, have a good time, and then once that energy starts to die down, go ahead and start planning for whatever's next in your life. Create a project, business idea, whatever goal, wish, or dream you're trying to accomplish. Okay? So those are all the messages I have for you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading and see what messages come out for you. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck today, and that is the only deck I'm using. No oracle cards, just the tarot. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for this week for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know? Okay. Let's go ahead. First up, we've got Wise Counselor, the Hierophant. So that's Taurus energy. We've also got Page of Pentacles. This is interesting because the Hierophant is a teacher and the Page of Pentacles is a student. So, are you learning something this week, Scorpio? Are you starting a new class? Are you going back to school? Are you starting school? Are you learning about an entirely new subject? Are you applying for a certification? Some of you could be applying for scholarships with that Page of Pentacles, or some sort of promotion could be happening. That's interesting. Otherwise, it feels like a lot of you are going to be having some sort of mentor in the workplace. As I say that, I just pulled out 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is definitely something to do with your career and finances. 8 of Pentacles talks about learning all you can about a subject or a specific career field. So some of you could be switching up your career field. Same as Page of Pentacles, it's like going back to school, taking a seminar, finding a mentor. This is you honing in on your talent, skills, or abilities, or figuring out that you have a certain talent, skill, or ability, and you decided, you know what, I've always been interested in this specific thing, and I'm signing up for a class this week. That's what it feels like. This is something that you love to do, though. So this could be a creative project, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe this is you wanting to learn a new language, and you hire a tutor, or you go back to college, university, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world, and you decide to take that one class, like the beginner class for whatever language you're trying to learn. But overall, this is just like a new area of study, something that you're incredibly excited about, because Page of Pentacles are messengers, but they're also something new. They represent something, they're the first court card, so they represent newness. They're like babies of the court card, right? Then we've got Page of Wands. So definitely something new is happening this week, Scorpio, for you. This is something you are incredibly enthusiastic about. You're optimistic that's going to work out. Again, with the creativity, Page of Wands talks about creative endeavors. But if it's not that, this is something that's going to help you in the long term. This is some sort of new, exciting opportunity for you. So it's just something that's going to fuel your passion, Scorpio. It's like you feel very passionate about whatever this is, and you're like, I got to do it. It's nagging me that I haven't done this yet, and I've been waiting a long time to do it, and so I'm just going for it. I'm just going to do it. And also with that Page of Wands and all of this Page of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles energy, this is like you going full steam ahead and finishing whatever it is you start. You may have picked up some sort of class, or maybe like some sort of like a creative endeavor, or I don't know, something having to do with your skills. Previously, you may have picked all that up, and you're just going back to it. You're revisiting it for a lot of you. That's not going to be for everybody. For most of you, this is brand new, but it's going to feel new again. Let me give you an example. This would be like, again, learning a language. And maybe previously you tried to learn a new language and you ended up giving up. It started getting harder and harder, and you're like, nah, I'm good. But something happened recently where you thought, no, I really want to learn this. I wish I knew that language. I'm going back to school. I'm going to buy some books that'll teach me. I'm going to hire a tutor who speaks that language as their native language. It's going to be different for everyone. This could be like you writing a book, and because she's got all the books here, you writing a book and you giving up like halfway through. Maybe you started writing the first draft, or you never even got to the writing part. Maybe you got to the outline part and you're like, this kind of sucks. Maybe I'm not cut out for this, and you just gave up on it. And then you come back, whatever, so for some of you this could be years. For some of you this could have been like 8 months ago. We've got the 8 of Pentacles here. It feels like it's been a long time coming. And you are finally saying, you know what? No, it's still replaying in the back of my head that I need to do this thing. It's like, it won't let me go. And so you go for it. Some of you could also be traveling this week with that Page of Wands. I am picking that up. Okay, let's get another card here. Oh my God. The Dreamer, the Fool. You're going for it. I'm telling you, there's something here. It's about a new start. 2 pages plus the Fool. Brand new beginning. It's like this time around you're finally trusting yourself about something. You're pushing those fears aside and you're taking that leap of faith. That's what the Fool is all about. It's like, nope, I am ready to rock and roll on this. I'm ready to keep going this time around and not give up this time. So, new beginning again. Ace of Swords. And this is something mental. Maybe there's a mental blockage with you where you doubted yourself, where you caved to those negative thoughts, right? And you said, you know what, maybe I'm not cut out for learning a new language. Maybe I'm not cut out for writing that book or painting that portrait I have or landscape idea that I have in my mind. You know, but something keeps coming back to you, Scorpio. It's like it's haunting you almost. That's the energy I'm feeling. It's like you've had some sort of, if you haven't had it already, this week you're going to have some sort of epiphany, aha moment. It's a breakthrough with that Ace of Swords. It's a breakthrough idea where maybe you can just switch your mindset up, where you can tweak a few things with whatever this is that you're working on. And then it starts to make sense. And you're like, wait a second, I should have done that to begin with. Ace of Swords talks about overcoming some sort of obstacle or obstacles and having faith that everything's going to actually work out for you. So I think this is about you really transforming in a way. It's like you're not giving in to those negative mindsets anymore. You're ready for change is what I'm feeling. There's something here with this energy where there's a better way to do something that's going to make you happy. Okay. And for a lot of you, whatever this was, again, I feel like you've tried to accomplish this before and it didn't work out and you got upset because things didn't turn out the way you anticipated. I think when that happens in life, there's a reason for it, because if you had proceeded in that direction, on that path, maybe something would have happened later on where you would have been even more disappointed. Or like, for instance, if it was like you were writing a book, the way you would have written the book back then isn't how you would write it now. Maybe your writing has improved. Maybe the plot was off back then. And now you've had that breakthrough. You've got the plot back on course. It's going to be a bestseller. You know, it versus what you had in the past, which would have been total shit. Let's be real. That's just an example, but that's what I mean. It's something about you're upset that something didn't work out. You focused on the negative thoughts, but maybe there's a hidden blessing in all of this. So I feel this is a pretty straightforward message, Scorpio. A lot of you are just focusing on your dreams with that Fool card. You're focusing on learning some new talent, skill, or ability, or revisiting an old talent, skill, or ability, and you're having a fresh new start this week. It couldn't be more straightforward. I mean, some of you, again, could be hiring some sort of mentor. This could be somebody to help you with your writing skills. This could be someone who teaches you how to make pottery. This could be you following some sort of free class on YouTube. I know YouTube has a lot of different things, but maybe you want to learn how to paint and there are free classes about how to get started painting or drawing on YouTube. Same with writing. It just feels very like creative to me. But if it's not, this could also be something that you're doing at work. You have to get a certification. You have to take an extra class. There's something here where you want this to happen. You're going to make it happen this week. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. Let's see what messages come out for you. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck today, and that is the only deck I am using. No oracle cards, just tarot. So we get some straight to the point messages. Okay, Spirit, what's happening for Sagittarius this week? Get one more card. Okay, let's see what we start out with. Oh, wow, okay. So we've got Nine of Cups. We've got Awakening, which is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. And then we've got Seven of Swords. Interesting. There's something here with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Swords that feels like you had something negative happen to you and you were trying to figure out why it happened. Because the Hanged Man's all about seeing things, or trying to see things from a different perspective, and the Seven of Swords is somebody being strategic about how they can lie, or cheat, or steal, or create some sort of material loss for you, or they're just not being honest about something. And for a lot of people, this could be you not being honest with yourself about something, and then you're realizing that something wasn't working out. I love this card too because it's the only Hanged Man I know of that has a fork in the road beside the tree. Which means you could have gone down two different paths. One, you could have kept going on the path you were on, maybe putting up your blinders to whatever this was and pretending like it didn't happen. But for others of you, I feel like you didn't do that. You took a pause before making a choice on something. That's why you still see the road here. It's not like they made a choice and they're down the road somewhere and then they're hanging from a tree, right? So this is you seeing something in a whole new light, and before you make a decision, you're stopping to evaluate. We do have Nine of Cups here, which talks about like wishes coming true, dreams coming true. It's like the reality that you want is starting to manifest for you. Got a lot of good fortune coming in starting this week. And having faith that everything's going to work out exactly as it needs to. It's funny because I talked about the split in the road and I happen to flip over the bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. Indecisiveness. I'm also picking up too with this Seven of Swords. There's something here about maybe your next actions, whatever choice you make, you might need to keep it a secret. There may be some people in your life who don't have your best interest in mind, and you don't need to be telling them your business. They might try to stop you, or they might make you try to change your mind and see things differently, how they view it, and go on a different path. I think Spirit's saying that your good fortune, your wishes, goals, and dreams coming true are on one of these paths. Sagittarius. Woo! What a reading so far. What on earth? Oh my god, we've got the Eight of Swords. You being stuck in your mind about an issue. This is the illusion of being trapped. Interesting, we've got that in the Hanged Man. It's like, your world may feel like it's topsy-turvy right now. Like it's turned upside down. You don't know which way is up. You don't know which direction you need to go in. Some of you are afraid to take action. Maybe you're afraid that somebody will find out that you've taken action and try to stop you in some way. That's a random message I'm getting. But Spirit wants you to take responsibility for your life and start moving forward. We got the Sun, Leo energy. So you do have happiness. I'm telling you, Nine of Cups in the Sun. Success, happiness, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. The reality that you want to manifest is happening. And this feels like, it just feels like you need to make sure you take a pause, you take a break, get out of your own way. Don't let anybody else try to thwart this and choose the right path. Really meditate on that, really try to see things clearly and then move forward. Some of you could be also with this Sun card here, and once you get out of your own way, you could have some sort of breakthrough moment that's going to lead to your Nine of Cups. It's like some sort of magical opportunity, because this can talk about magical opportunities, this can talk about magical opportunities, but there's something here where you need to have a breakthrough. You need to plot and plan. Maybe that's you being strategic with the Seven of Swords. You plotting, you planning, figuring out how you're going to make some sort of escape for some of you, or doing something that you don't need to tell other people. I don't mean this in a bad, toxic way, by the way, but you could be surrounded by people who think they know what's best for you without allowing you to take control of your own life. And the truth is, you only know what's best for you, not other people. They're not living your life for you. You're living it for yourself. And last but not least, we've got the Knight of Wands. That is your energy, Sagittarius. So you're driven, you're fiery, you're passionate about whatever this is. You're confident that things are going to work out, and you are charging forward quickly. Look at that. Fast moving energy. It's almost like this restless energy about you getting out of your own way, trying to figure out which direction you want to go in. But whatever this is, you need to take immediate action with that Knight of Wands. Something here about you need to trust your instincts, trust your intuition. I'm hearing as well with that, the epiphany that might lead to a magical opportunity to help you get out of this situation, or to get a new job, or I don't know what this is. There's something here about like fleeing or being strategic to have some sort of new beginning. Also with the Knight of Wands, this is about staying focused until you reach that success. But it's hard to stay focused when you have that Eight of Swords energy that's blocking you. Like you're blocking yourself. Eight of Swords can talk about like your negative thoughts becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you think something's not working out, then guess what? It's not going to work out. But you can always flip that around. The thing with her is, you can see the gate's open. She's not actually trapped. The binds are coming off. The blindfold's being torn off. And you've got basically like an Ace of Swords here, which is a breakthrough, truth and clarity happening in a situation. Because she got fed up and she said no more. Some of you could actually have a passionate new relationship coming in. I am picking that up. But there's mostly a message here about you needing to take care of yourself. I think once you get out of your own way, once you have this epiphany about which path to take and just going for it for your sake, not for anybody else's, you're going to have like an unexpected inflow of abundance coming in. Some of you could also be paying off debt. I am picking that up. But again, it just feels like you need to trust your intuition. I do see you taking the next steps this week. This could be seriously like ambitious decisions that you're making. It's like you have a vision for what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, but you've been holding yourself back from accomplishing that vision, those goals, wishes, dreams, that Sun and Nine of Cups energy. This is the week that you say no more. You're going to continue to move forward, Sagittarius. And interestingly, we've got 7, 8, and 9 here. A progression. This is you progressing once you get out of your own way. So those are all the messages I have for you for this week. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages come out for you for this week. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck, and that's it. No Oracle decks, just the Tarot. So we can get some straight to the point messages. Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn this week? What does Capricorn need to know? What's happening for Capricorn? Okay. We've got the Page of Wands. So that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Pull another card here. We've got the King of Swords. That is Aquarius energy. Interesting. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And I'm not surprised that the Eight of Pentacles comes out for you, Capricorn, because that's about work. Working hard on something. I do see you being optimistic about something new with this Page of Wands. It's like being really optimistic and enthusiastic about a new project, a new business venture, creative idea, even travel as well. So there's something here about doing what you love to do that's going to fuel your passions. This King of Swords is giving me the vibe that you've been bored for a while with something. You can see how bored he is. Look at his face. He's like, why do I have to be here? This could be a job. This could just be life in general. I'm going to be honest. And I feel like you're going to be doing something that sparks or reignites some sort of passion. You're going to want to put in the work for whatever this is. Could be a subject, could be a career. Some of you could be going back to school for something, taking a seminar, finding a mentor. Your mentor could be this King of Swords. But this is about you paying attention to the details and focusing on whatever it is, talent, skill, or ability that you need to focus on. But it's something you love to do, something you're passionate about. On the other hand, some of you, if we're talking about love, some of you may have been emotionally unavailable. And maybe somebody new is coming in that is sparking the passion. It's reigniting that passion that you haven't felt in a long time. Maybe you haven't felt a deep emotional connection with anyone. It's all been just like surface level BS. And then we've got, the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. So again, could have somebody coming in that is very loving and nurturing, someone who takes care of themselves, and somebody who has a deep love for their family and friends. This is someone who trusts their intuition, might be a bit psychic, but they also follow their heart. So this could be someone that you might want to work on things with. Okay. Oh, this is going to be some unexpected. So we've got the Tower, transformation. So this person's coming in and you don't even realize it. Well, you do now, right? But this is Aries, Scorpio energy. Something's about to shift. This is a good Tower. You know, it's like something hasn't been working. Like I said, it feels like you've been bored, stuck, stagnant, and you're like, I need something new in my life. I need to feel alive again, right? And something's going to come in. The universe is like, I got you. Don't worry. Say no more, right? And something's going to crumble in your life so something better can come in. This is going to be unexpected. It's going to be powerful, but these changes need to be made. And I think you know that deep down. Oh my gosh. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. This is happening so fast. It's not even funny. So, but like I said, it feels like a great Tower moment. And look at the fireworks. It's like a celebration. So whether this is love or it's business or both, there's a lot going on. A lot's going to be happening for you this week. Almost too much with the Eight of Wands here. Lots of communication. This could be rapid emails, text messages, DMs. You could be a little stressed out this week as well. So make sure you take care of yourself, because Queen of Cups can talk about self-care, but Eight of Wands talks about being stressed out. So find the balance. But this is, again, Tower and Eight of Wands. These are both unexpected events or energies that are happening. Like something sudden and unexpected that's coming in and moving with rapid speed. Lots of fast changes are about to happen. So you're going to need to be able to multitask. I'm also seeing some business travel with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. So you could be traveling for work. Maybe you're trying to relocate to a different city, state, province, country. You've got to do some interviews, or there's something here about needing to actually go to that location. For others of you, this is already what your job is and you already travel for work, so you don't have to worry about, I mean, it's not like an interview, but maybe it's something where your company has you do that, or you own your own business and you're having to do that. But something here about you needing to show off your skills. Maybe you're trying to land a new client, but I feel a lot of stress. You could be working too hard or too many hours. That's typical Capricorn. I mean, but there's a need to find balance in your life. Otherwise, you're going to end up with health problems due to all the stress. So, again, Spirit is saying find that balance. Find that work, personal life balance. A compromise is what I'm hearing between the two. Some of you could be revisiting old dreams, ideas, plans. There could have been simpler times in the past where you think about how things used to be, and maybe it sparked this idea about something you used to love to do, and maybe that's your new passion now. You're like, okay, I remember when I used to do this thing. Why don't I do that anymore? They used to be so much fun, and then you decide to do it again. This could be anything. This could be like rollerblading or rock climbing or going on weekend drives or something. I don't know. Maybe it's something where you just feel nostalgic. It's like you have a nostalgic moment. This is going to hit you out of the blue. with that Tower and Eight of Wands. This Queen of Cups energy could be someone returning from the past. I know that's not for everyone. I know some people are probably cringing right now. But Queen of Cups, Tower, Eight of Wands, this is like sudden, unexpected, right? That someone's returning into your life. So I am picking up that energy as well. But again, like I said, it's not for everybody. For a lot of you, with the Page of Wands, this is a new energy. Also, side message, you with that King of Swords, you could be divorced. They could be divorced. With that page here, they could have a kid, or you could have a kid as well. It's not, again, not for everybody. Just take whatever resonates. I feel like a lot of you have taken time to heal. You could have had again, if it was a divorce or a separation in the past, there's something here about you taking time to heal. And you've done a wonderful job with that. And now it's time for someone new to come in. For others of you, I feel like if this person does come back from the past, this is going to be a test. How much have you healed? Because if you're fully healed, you'll be able to say no to this person, especially if they're the one who hurt you. So that's interesting, Capricorn. You've got a lot going on this week. Just prioritize self-care. Remember, find the balance between work and personal life, because I think you could easily get overwhelmed with everything that's going to be happening. So those are all the messages I have for you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages come out for you. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And that is the only deck I'm pulling from. No oracle cards today. Just straight to the point tarot messages. Okay. Alright, Spirit, what's happening for Aquarius this week? What does Aquarius need to know? Ooh, come out quickly. Wow, okay. Okay, let's start with these and see. We got, okay, Ace of Swords. So some sort of new beginning is happening. Alright. We've got Five of Swords. Okay. Oh. And then we've got Ten of Swords. Lots of air energy. Of course, that would happen in your reading. Let's start with this for now. Right away, I'm picking up that you learned the truth about something. And it wasn't something good. This is going to be the week where you learn this truth, if you haven't already. Ace of Swords talks about some sort of truth or clarity about a situation. Five of Swords talks about someone who made an unwise choice. Someone who lacks integrity or has questionable motives, who likes to play games. That's why in the background you can see they're playing the card game. And this person's winning, everybody else is upset. But they probably cheated. Then we've got the Ten of Swords, which talks about, like, being betrayed. Someone's packed their bags, and they're leaving. You can see the suitcases. They're not even looking back. Some of you could be finding something out about a person that you thought you could trust. Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, by the way. This could be like a family member. This could be a friend. But they did something that you deem unforgivable, Aquarius. So, something here you're leaving behind. There's like a new opportunity for happiness with the Ace of Swords and then the Ten of Swords. It's like the first in that suit of cards and the last. There's a beginning, there's an ending. Or in this case, it'd be like an ending and then a beginning. But you might actually feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders after learning about whatever truth this is. I feel like you're actually going to be upset about it though, even if you're going to feel relieved. It's like you kind of knew in the back of your mind that this was happening, or that this person might be kind of sketchy at times, and you've noticed little things here and there, but you didn't fully question it, is what it feels like. This is some sort of major like lesson or obstacle that it was meant to happen in your life. I don't know what it is. It's going to be different for everybody, but I am picking that up with the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're going to say whatever you need to say once you learn this, because Ace of Swords can talk about communicating clearly and concisely. And you're going to try to, with all this Swords energy, you're going to try to remove your feelings from this and remain objective throughout all of this. which you're pretty good at doing, Aquarius. Let's be real. I mean, Aquarians, they can be pretty detached from certain situations, especially emotional situations. Not everybody, but that is what I'm picking up. The next card that came out was Four of Cups. I'm talking about emotions. The next one is the Cups energy. But this card is about feeling detached, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling upset about things not working out. It's like discontentment. So you could walk away from whatever this is, this person, this situation, and you may be trying to keep yourself distracted to not focus on the emotions of it all, the pain, whatever it is. Okay, let's shuffle these cards and see what else comes out. Again, I said this. High Priestess. Oh my gosh. Cancer energy, but I also say Pisces. I said a minute ago, you might have known that something was off with this person. That there may have been some inkling that they are kind of sketch, you know? And you didn't really question their motives or anything before, but something's going to be revealed where it's just like full blown. You're like, oh, okay. I see how it is. Yeah. So that's what we're doing now? All right. And you say what you need to say, get it off your chest, and you walk out that door and you don't look back. This is really, again, this could be a lesson about you trusting your intuition about a certain person. And not just a person. I feel like this is a lesson for the long term in your life. Like, if you knew something was off about them, I mean, Five of Swords is like someone who lacks integrity. Somebody who's trying to win at all costs, no matter who they hurt in the process. If you saw them kind of do that with other people, for instance, and you were just like, wait a second, that's messed up, you know? There's something here about Spirit saying, this is a lesson for you to trust your intuition. You were right all along, but you didn't even realize you were right all along. You should have listened to yourself, and that your intuition is stronger than you think it is. You might, with this Four of Cups energy, be reminiscing about the little things that you noticed in the past regarding whoever this is. And like those little things are starting to add up. You're like, oh, of course they did that. Oh, that makes sense now. Oh, they said they were going to be at this location, or they said this happened, but then I saw them out at this other location, or they lied to me about this thing or that thing. You know, it's just like stuff here and there. Again, this could be, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be someone you're dating. It could be someone you've been in a relationship with. It could be a friend, or now an ex-friend, or about to be an ex-friend. It could be a family member. Just take it however it resonates. And it could be more than one person. Maybe you're discovering that a lot of people in your life are like this, that they're behaving immaturely, or they don't have the best intentions for you or for anyone else. We've got the Queen of Wands. This tried to actually come out when I was shuffling. So I just want to point that out. So this definitely wanted to come out. Queen of Wands is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Aries, Cancer here. I'm also going to throw Pisces in because I view Pisces as the mystics. So this is typically someone who's in the spotlight or wants to be well liked. Someone who, they can be someone who is out for themselves. Not always. This isn't always everyone. But this can be someone who really wants to make things happen, and they'll be in that Five of Swords energy. Like, I gotta do whatever it takes. So I am the one who's in charge. I'm the one who gets recognized. I have to make my dreams come true, and I'll take out anybody on the way up, you know? That's the type of people they are. And Aries can tend to be like that. They have a strong focus on like their career, their personal life, and making sure they take the lead on things because they are the first sign in the zodiac. They like to be a leader. This can also mean that they're incredibly controlling. So it could be that you learn somebody who happens to be an Aries, or somebody who has those kind of fiery traits as someone that can't be trusted. You're having some sort of epiphany about them this week. But I do think in this process, besides learning to trust your intuition, you're learning to trust yourself through all this. It's going to be some sort of new beginning, a new start, where you're leaving this person or these people behind. This whole situation's done. You're over it. I feel like you're going to have some sort of celebration come in soon, Aquarius, once you release this old I'm hearing old baggage. What? This old energy? But okay, we can say baggage. I'm thinking too, that's funny I said that because we've got the bags on here, the luggage. But maybe you felt like they weighed you down. I did say that with the Ten of Swords, I was picking that up. It felt like that a weight is going to be lifted off your shoulders once you release whatever or whoever this is. And once that happens, once you let them go, there's going to be a bit of a transformative moment. Feels like it's going to happen suddenly, like a tower moment. Then there's going to be some blessings that are coming into your life. You're going to have so much to celebrate after that. I feel like more stability is on its way to you, Aquarius. But you've got to get rid of the toxic people or situations. This could even be a location, I'm hearing. Like maybe you've been living at a certain location for a long time and you're not getting anywhere. Like there's not great job opportunities, or the people there just suck. You know, maybe you work at a job where people are at each other's throats and it's toxic and it's dramatic and it's competitive and you're just like, I'm over it. I am so over it for my mental well-being, my emotional well-being. I want to be out of here, you know? And I feel like once you cut whoever or whatever this is, you've got more peace and prosperity coming to you. Okay? I feel like a lot of peace and contentment and just happiness overall. But it's going to take this unexpected revelation, that Ace of Swords energy. It's going to take you releasing the old, out with the old and with the new is what I'm hearing, for you to have some sort of significant life change that needs to occur in order for you to move forward on your path. So, those are the messages I have for you for this week, Aquarius. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, my fellow Pisces. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading and see what messages come out for you this week. I'm going to be pulling from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck, and that is the only deck I am pulling from. No oracle cards, just straight to the point tarot messages. Let's see what comes out. Spirit, what messages do you have for Pisces this week? What does Pisces need to know? Woo! Oh, really? Right off the bat? Okay. Okay. We've got 7 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Which is just the wheel in this deck. Let me get one more. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we've got the Chariot. Cancer energy. Wheel of Sagittarius energy. What on earth? Okay. Pisces? Something here is shifting for you this week. Oh my god. Okay. So, 7 of Wands is the one that's kind of throwing me off. But I think what it's about is holding your position. Like standing your ground. Standing up for what you believe in. Not being afraid to go after what it is you want. It's like all about confidence, right? So, continuing to move forward with whatever it is you're doing because it's about to shift in your favor. The wheel's constantly moving, for better or worse, but this is talking about a new start and the end of delays. Like sudden, unexpected progress, but it's typically a very positive change that's happening in your life, okay? With the wheel here and the chariot here, this is also talking about travel or buying a new vehicle for some of you. I also heard relocation. Chariot talks about rewards that come from hard work because you're grabbing life by the reins and you're showing it who's boss. The horses here on the chariot, the black and white, is balance of masculine and feminine energy. You're balancing that out to make things work in your favor. It's almost like you've ascended to a certain level where you can balance these two, grab life by the reins, manifest whatever you want. This can also be you balancing many priorities successfully and all at once. But I see a lot of, like with the 7 of Wands and the Chariot, a lot of determination, confidence, willpower. Chariot can also talk about public recognition. What on earth? Okay. Let's see what else. Some of you might actually be questioning whether this is the right path for you. Maybe some of you have been worried that whatever you've been working on is just not actually what you're meant to be doing. Oh my god. So these came out together. Ace of Swords. Oh man. And the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. What? Ace of Swords. I talked about the new start with the wheel. And we've got the new start here with the Ace of Swords. Having a breakthrough. seeing the truth about a situation, having some sort of amazing idea that comes to you that you decide to follow through with, and it pays off big time. But Ace of Swords can also talk about overcoming any obstacles. It's making me think of the wheel, like just riding over something. Like there's obstacles in the road, but they're not as big as you think. They're like pebbles that you run over with your tire, you know? It's like something like that, where you thought it was actually going to be much bigger, or it was going to block you even more. But there's something here about it's not. Everything's going to work out because you stood your ground, even when it seemed like the wheel wasn't turning in your favor. And then the Empress here, it's all about taking action. Again, like Chariot, right? Giving birth to your dreams, your ideas. If you have any creative projects going at this time, they're going to be incredibly successful. If you put them out there, if you publish, if you, maybe you're selling some of your art prints, I'm hearing. Like paintings, drawings. Maybe you decide to sell some pottery or some homemade jewelry. Something here about creative projects are going to be successful. Yeah. Lots of abundance and prosperity. Side note, some of you with the, because this is about truth or clarity about something, and it came out with the Empress, some of you could be learning that you're pregnant this week. That's not going to be for everybody, but it is for somebody. Oh, and I just flipped it over. We got 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, definitely a lot of abundance and prosperity coming in. Like, what on earth? And then we've got 6 of Pentacles. So whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to get back in return. This is a give and take energy. And this also talks about an unexpected inflow of abundance. I don't know what's going on with this. The Wheel, the Empress, 6 of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you could also be paying off some debt with that 6 of Pentacles energy. You are being more mindful about how you spend your money as well this week. You could also be charitable and trying to help others who are less fortunate. But for the most part, I feel like whatever this is, you're doing what you love to do. Some of you could have started a business, again, creative project, something like that. But you're going to receive recognition this week for all of your high quality of work, especially creative endeavors. You're also going to be paid well for whatever it is you do. And I think you're going to have a great reputation. Like if you're just starting out with this, especially with that Ace of Swords, like a new beginning with this, I see that your reputation is going to keep growing. It's like anybody who deals with you is going to have good things to say. Nothing but good things to say. I'm also hearing they're going to leave a good review. So if some of you are starting like an online business and you allow reviews, like I'm thinking of like Etsy too, but a lot of people allow reviews on their websites. So I'm seeing people leaving like 5-star reviews. But your reputation is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. People are going to recommend your creative work, or whatever work it is you're doing. But I feel like you're going to be really focused this week. You're going to be putting in the work. You're not going to just let this happen and let it slide and be like, okay, I did this and I'm just going to stop now. No, you're actually putting in the work and you're not going to stop. You could be receiving some sort of amazing opportunity this week. I am picking that up as well. But overall, I feel like it's going to be a lot of happy news about your career, maybe a promotion. Some of you could be receiving a scholarship. It just feels like something new is happening. Something you've been working on is finally going to pay off. It's like the end of some sort of obstacle or challenging times. So things are starting to look up for you this week. It's like a welcome relief that you've been waiting on for a long time, Pisces. I think you're going to be in a more peaceful place once this week is over. Again, travel, relocation. Maybe some of you are going on vacation. That could definitely be a thing. Since I keep picking that up, you could actually be receiving some sort of money. Maybe you've been waiting for a long time on that. Could have been a court case. Could have been, I don't know, alimony, child support, something like that. Or it could be an unexpected inheritance that's coming in, because that 6 of Pentacles can talk about unexpected inflow of abundance. So it could be like an inheritance that you didn't realize you were going to be receiving. And it comes in and you're like, you know what? I have not taken a vacation in a long time. I am going on vacation. I'm out of here. And so this could be you actually doing your research this week, booking the vacation. But yeah, I just feel like this is the week where you start seeing some sort of change in your reality. It's like you're building momentum towards something and it's going to pay off and all your dreams are coming true. This is a lot of like positive changes in your life that are going to be happening quickly, that bring an end to the challenging times. Like I said, like you're overcoming the obstacles, but also this feels like a light at the end of the tunnel for you, Pisces. What a reading, Pisces. That may be one of the best ones I've had out of all of the zodiac signs. So, those are all the messages I have for you for this week. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.